Hello. I'd like to start by saying that I will never care if you run a marathon. So just getting that out there. What's going on with me? So, I've recently decided to go on a health kick. Don't. Because I realised that I basically look like if Boo from Orange is the New Black was in a Paramore tribute band. Need to do some adjustments. So, yeah. So, I kind of realized, yep, you're 24, whatever fucking metabolism you had when you were 18 is now going, please stop eating cheese. I can't do it anymore. So I started jogging. And can I just say, jogging is awful. And that's the biggest applause I've had. No, honestly, people who enjoy jogging, I want to know what the fuck's wrong with them, because endorphins are a lie. I know some people who are like, oh my god, I went for a run, it's like, oh, it's borderline orgasmic, and I'm like, no! Most I get like, oh, I feel like maybe not killing myself, but I still feel like shit because I just went for a jog in public. Like I recently downloaded that Cash to 5K podcast that the National Health Service do. It's the most passive-aggressive fucking thing ever. It's just this really melty woman going, okay, it's time to run. Are you ready? No, Karen! I want to sit down with a beer. No problem. Well done. You jogged for a total of 8 minutes today. That certainly deserves a pat on the back. Kill yourself. But no, so I've spoken to a few of my friends about it, and one of my friends said, oh my god, you jog, I jog. We should go jogging together. No, Gabby! Is a very private thing. It's on a par with masturbation. No one looks good when they're doing it, and only professionals look kind of okay when they're doing it. And there are much more fun group activities that involve being horizontal and usually involves eating cheese on a sofa. I hate that jogging involves being outside. So I live next door to a park. It's a very nice park during the daytime. At night you might get stabbed, but it's fine. And mostly you'll be jogging along, hating your life, and you'll bump into someone walking their dog, and you're like, Or you'll see another jogger, and then you do the jogger's nod, which is like, yeah, we're both jogging. Aren't we fabulous? And that's fine. But then occasionally, you'll bump into youths. Just a flock of youths loitering, and you just revert back to your 14-year-old self like, oh god, please don't cyberbully me! No! Oh god, I can't be dealing with it. And so, in addition to the jogging, obviously, comes with a slightly healthier diet. If you don't count the 4 beers I've had tonight, the nachos and the entire cheesecake I had the other day, because I was like, oh, everything's a bit awful, isn't it? I'd like to have a cheesecake. So I'm vegan now.
No.
Clearly. Oh yes. Because the thing is, at the end of the day, animals are, really lovely. Like cows are meant to be as empathetic as people, so why the hell should we force them to be in these horrible conditions, take their children, take their milk? It's basically like raping it. Chickens, however, can get fucked. They are horrible creatures. No, I still eat eggs because no. Bastards. Have you ever seen a chicken? They look at you like, yes, I was a dinosaur, and if you lie still enough, I will eat you. So don't feel bad about that. And also, what else am I meant to eat? Lentils? Come on.
It's really lovely that you guys all came, to support some charity which I forgot the name of. But anyways, no, it's great that you guys are here. I'm kind of glad that my mum isn't here because I know that every time I see my mum, she just starts quizzing me on when I'm going to give her grandchildren. I mean, like, do any of you girls get this, that you kind of worry that your mum's like poking holes in all of your condoms or something like that? Like, sometimes she's quite subtle about it. She'll say things like, oh, I'm gonna get all the Disney DVDs when my grandchildren come round, or I'm gonna get a pony when all my grandchildren come round. And then sometimes, she's less subtle. Like, when I said, I'm not planning on having kids for a while, because, there was that time that I didn't realise I wasn't paying rent and nearly got evicted. Like, can you imagine me with a baby? And she then went, well, your ovaries are dying. Cheers, Sally. Cheers. But no. I mean, like, she's lovely, really, and, I'm not really worried about her being my girlfriend. No, fuck you, though. She'll be lovely. She's a lovely person. She'll be like, oh, Hannah, it's lovely to meet you. How fertile are you? So, you're an art student, eh? Don't stop by the microwave. Don't use sugar sweetener on your coffee. She was probably really glad. She's like, yes, 2 woos. But no, and I think eventually, she'll make a very good grandmother. Probably better than my gran, who, she's lovely, but weird. Like, I remember once, she just, out of the blue, came up to me and went, Lucy, when you get married, will you change your last name? What? Well, if you don't, it means you don't love your husband. Gran, I'm 8. My dad was like, we probably won't tell him around, that you're dating a woman. So we don't think she's outright homophobic, just old person homophobic. And like, old people racist, where it's kind of like, oh, Gran, please don't say that in Tesco's. Please stop asking me how I take my tea by comparing them to different ethnicities. It's weird. Not okay. So yes, I am the gay one in my family, air quotes. Sorry about the book, but I don't write things ahead of schedule. Yes, I'm the gay one in the family, because you always need one. It's literally step 3 on the gay agenda. Make sure there's one gay per family to explain what gay is. Yes, one of my aunts refers to me as her gay niece Lucy. So she'll be like, oh, my gay niece Lucy likes photography. Now this is problematic for 3 reasons. 1, I'm her only niece called Lucy. Why distinction? 2, I'm her only niece. And 3, I'm more than just my sexuality, I'm also deeply unpleasant to hang around with. So why isn't it, oh, my fucking terrible niece likes photography? I much prefer that, if I'm being genuinely honest. And the thing is, I'm not even technically gay. Oh, I really should have written this down if I was going to do so many air quotes, shouldn't I? No, I'm technically one of those filthy pansexuals. And this is the thing about pansexuality and bisexuality, is it's somehow viewed as both a lie. You're just kidding yourselves. You're either gay or you're straight. There's no way you can like in between. You're just lying to yourselves, as you don't exist. Or you're incredibly greedy. How dare you want to fuck everyone? No! So it's this massive paradox. It's a bit like Schrodinger's queer, I mean, my favourite analogy for sort of bisexual greed is the notion of like, it's kind of like ice cream. It's like, oh, what you like? Vanilla, and you like chocolate? No, you can't. I mean, firstly, yes you can. Have you ever heard of Neapolitan? I'm just saying. And secondly, people aren't ice cream. I don't know if you noticed that. So for instance, if I were to sleep with a man, and then I were to sleep with a woman, they would then be free to go fuck whoever they wanted. It wouldn't be the same, because let's face it, But they could, they're not ruined forever. However, I went to Baskin Robbins, right? And I just picked up some mint chocolate chip, and then some cookie dough, and then shoved them both right up my vagina. I would be thrown out immediately. I would also ask why they didn't stop me after I started getting naked and picking up the first lot of ice cream, but Baskin Robbins ice cream perverts, I'm just saying. Like, it kind of makes me think of that phrase, you can't have your cake and eat it. Ooh, you can't have your cake and eat it. No, you're right. You can't fuck a cake and then eat that cake. That would be fucking disgusting. But back to queer people. So if you're confused about the difference between bisexuality and pansexuality, don't worry. Your lovely queer cousin, who everyone needs to explain the gay things, remember, step 3 of the gay agenda, I have a prepared description. So, bisexuality is being attracted to 2 or more genders. So it's like, ooh, I like tits on a woman and hands on a man. I don't know. Masculine hands. There's someone out there, alright? And then pansexuality is being attracted to someone regardless of their gender. It's more like a vibe type thing. So while I don't date men, because I'm sorry, but you're terrible, I will genuinely pretty much want to fuck anyone who looks either like they play bass or do a lot of heroin. It's gonna make me want to shag you. But here's the thing about being the gay cousin in my family. I'm not the one gay, because my cousin is in fact bisexual. Just everyone keeps forgetting. Because she looks like Audrey Hepburn, so their brain just sort of goes, oh, long hair must be straight. Like, she's come out to me 3 times. And she'll go like, who's coming by? Yes, I know, remember our mutual appreciation of Natalie Dormer? Like, we've had this conversation beforehand. And I think it's because her mum keeps forgetting. So her mum will be like, oh, what happened to your good friend Louise? Do you mean my ex-girlfriend? Yes, your very, very good friend Louise. What happened to her? So on the subject of hidden gays, Jesus. Has everyone asked how you're all doing? In stand-up, they always go, how are we doing tonight? How are we doing tonight? But no, Marianne, how are you doing? Like, I want to know. I really need to know how you're doing. But not too much because I'm very emotionally out of it. So just down. So yeah, thank you for coming. Thank you for putting us up for putting this on. But as Michael said, it was me. So you're welcome, Lucy. Also, my dad's here tonight. Yeah, which is lovely. It's really nice that he's here to support me. He's a very nice dad. Also, I'm sorry, because this is getting real uncomfortable for the both of us, because I'm definitely going to say cunnilingus at some point. It's actually just occurred to me that I'm now going to have to say it again. Because I haven't told that joke yet. We can all figure out whether it's going to be worth it or not. Moving swiftly on. So, like Ella and everyone else, I'm in my mid-20s. It's not really that much different from being in your early 20s, except for the fact that when you hang out with 19-year-olds, you have no idea what half the time they're saying. Because all they say is, good! You're a nunce! What does that mean? Being in your mid-20s, however, does mean that you know more cultured things like which £4 wine to buy. Sambuca is never worth it. And you also start getting wrinkles, like I have just one wrinkle right here from frowning at men. Or the bartenders in West Street Live for not serving me my Sambuca quick enough because I didn't learn. I'm a mess. It does, however, mean that all your other friends who are in their mid-20s are doing so much better than you. So So I have friends who are getting married, or buying houses, or getting promoted. I even have a friend who's having a baby, which I'm excited to never ever hold, because they are sticky, and if they're not sticky, they're somehow crusty. Then they've always got yogurt here. They haven't had yogurt in 3 days, but it's no. I'm looking forward to looking at and appreciating that baby, and just keeping it far, far away from me. I'm a good friend. So at Christmas, I was back home, and I was having lunch with my friend Mel, who's a great gal. She's been one of my friends since I was 10. And she was telling me about her life. Her and her fiance have just bought a house, and she was telling me about how we was like, oh yes, we just put the deposit down on the florists for the wedding, it's going well. What have you been up to? So last week, I drunkenly got into a random man's car. And before you start worrying, I'm clearly fine. I'm fine now. But yeah, for some reason, on my friend's birthday that night in December, I just got real sick of being there. And I was like, that bouncer's a dickhead, I want to go home. And in my head, the magical Uber genie just went, poof! You rang. Let me take you home for free! Yay! No. What really happened was, I went up to a random car and went, you an Uber? No. Are you a murderer? No. That'll do! Now, some of you might be feeling a bit concerned. Imagine being me, sobering up in the backseat of that car. I'm just sat there like, oh, my big chips on again. Oh, I'm going to die. Yeah, no, yeah, this is how I die. Yeah, oh no. Oh yeah, that's the parkway coming up. Yeah, that's the parkway. I'm going to get murdered in Rotherham. I don't want to die in Rotherham. The morticians finger the corpses. Just murder me somewhere classy like Bakewell. Fuck this. I just piece and like roll out a red light. Sorted. And clearly, I no longer felt any kind of distress over the situation, because I then rang my friend and be like, I think I just got abducted. Turn the location on your phone. How do I do that? Just fucking do it. I spent the entire walk home on the phone to my friend and be like, how accurate is that location thing? Like, can you tell if I... Look, I'm doing this. Can you tell? Can you tell? Can you tell I'm doing this? Go fucking home. I'm killing myself. I'm doing well. So, as you might notice, I may need to get my shit together. Just a bit. Unfortunately, I don't really have any job opportunities which don't encourage me to drink on a Tuesday afternoon. Because I have a degree in film. Yeah, so basically having a degree in film means that I spent £12,000 to spend 4 years thinking that Quentin Tarantino was a bit overrated, and then getting a piece of paper to tell me that I was right. I had to listen to film bros talk about how Drive was a pinnacle of cinematic excellence, so great that they let Ryan Gosling bum them. Right, cool. Good for you, George. But yeah, so... basically, I'm fucked career-wise. Trying to get a job with a film degree is like trying to skin a cat with a slightly smaller cat. It is very distressing and very inefficient. Yeah, and since I can't put cunnilingus on my CV, I'm basically fucked. Was that joke worth it? We'll see how many women buy me drinks at the bar. So, it made me think, what are the career options for functioning emotionally unstable alcoholics? Well, obviously, firstly, there's blues singers. However, my diction's too good, and And I don't have a methadone addiction quite yet. Also, as you can tell from how painfully southern I am, I just don't have enough of that whatever attitude it is. You imagine me singing a Rolling Stones song? Yeah, you got satin shoes. Sorry, I'll go. So that's not really one of them. Also, I can't play guitar because my hands are tiny. Second option, I guess, is doing stand-up, which is basically me just doing this, and it seems to be going okay so far. Thank you. Because, you know, I think stand-up as a medium is very interesting. It allows us to sort of examine ourselves through a different lens. By using humour, we can truly understand ourselves and ask really, really important questions like, what is the deal with airline food, guys? So yeah, in the meantime, I'm just going to keep being a bit of an alcoholic mess. For instance, I invented a drink, which is where you take Echo Falls. It's not wine, guys. Stop calling it wine, you basic bitches. It is a yellow beverage, Becky. It is a yellow drink. It doesn't say wine anywhere on the bottle. Buy a fucking Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand and grow up. You're 27, you have a master's degree. No, so you take this already gross drink, and then you top it up with vodka. Me and my friends like to call this drink, yes, you can develop daddy issues in your mid-20s. It turns out if you drink enough of these, you then end up leaving the nightclub crying, deleting all of your social media apps, going, I'm such a terrible person. I shouldn't talk to anyone. I'm going to delete Messenger and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram because, you know, I don't deserve to look at avocado on toast either. So anyways, how are you doing, Dad? Hopefully you haven't lost too much respect for me. So I'll tell a nice story now. Kind of. So, I don't know if you can tell by the everything about me, but I'm a big old massive lesbian. We needed one, didn't we? Fun fact, I didn't realise I was gay until about the age of 19, 20. I just thought I liked Shakira for her music. Me and my dad would listen to Shakira on car music and we'd be like, oh, I do feel like her third album has much more lyrical integrity. Oh yes, no, I agree. We like Hips Don't Lie for the pure lyrical content of Wycliffe Jean's fucking rap verse, where he says, yeah, refugees and the seas, because we own our own boats. What the fuck does that even mean? No, it's because Shakira is blonde Colombian and her hips literally do not lie. I remember going to a Joan Jett concert when she was singing the song, Do You Want to Touch Me There? And then be like, oh, yeah, I do. Kind of upon realising that I was not one of the straights, I kind of thought, do I come out? There, it's not really relevant, I'm painfully alone. I don't need to introduce anyone to my parents, they'll get there on their own. So one day me and my dad were having lunch and I just got a new haircut. Imagine Boo from Orange is the New Black. That's how very, very dykey I was at that point. And my dad says, oh, I like your hair. It's very, it's very lesbian chic. Right, so Dad, you basically figured that I'm kind of into women then? Well, I mean, yeah, you did wear a lot of waistcoats when you were 15. Which, for starters, rude. And secondly, is a very damaging stereotype, I know. Anyways, but no. Love my dad, he's very supportive, as you can tell by sitting through all of this, so thought I'd reward him by chatting some more embarrassing shit about how I'm a terrible, terrible person. Basically, I did not have my life together at all. I once cried because my tea was too hot. I wasn't even on my period or anything. It was just a long day of sitting on the sofa. Another reason why I'm terrible. In Ella's stand-up, that friend who said she was the blackest friend they have, in my defense, Surrey is very, very white, okay? It's close enough to London that people don't say racist things because they're worried that there might be one behind them, but they're thinking it. So yeah, I'm more woke now. Another reason why I'm terrible, I once slept with someone after they said that Hitler had some good points.
So basically, I've had a pretty bad day, and now I have a microphone, so I thought I'd just bitch about how men are pretty shit. You're a fairly captive audience. It's okay, I'm allowed to say these things. I have a lot of male friends. My dad is in fact a man, so you know. It's totally fine. Like, you know, not all men are terrible. Like, for instance, Scott over there. He's quite nice. He doesn't really mansplain things, you know. He never started colonialism in Central Africa and, you know, basically ruined the economy for everyone. He's great, so, you know, cheers for that, dude. You're doing all right.
High five.
So, you know, not all men are terrible, just enough, specifically the ones I have to deal with at work. So I work at a popular public house chain that is known for just the most polite and delightful people coming in on a regular basis. Let's just call it, you know, precipitation forks. It's great. It's lovely. And I knew that one would set in at some point. So my favourite people who I have to deal with are the hordes of 18-year-old lads who come in and one of them doesn't have their ID and they don't quite get that I know that they're trying to buy him alcohol because I am actually not retarded. Like, funnily enough, I don't believe that you've managed to drink your entire pint in 20 seconds and you're just sort of going, like, hi, yes, I would like to buy another pint of Carling, please. No, mate. It's like, why? I've got ID. Like, this is right, this is illegal. I'm going to report you. How dare you? Like, I've got ID, I want to buy. It's like, mate, funnily enough, so my mum's a judge who specialises in asylum law. I vaguely know what the Geneva Convention on Human Rights is. A right to not be persecuted, that's up there. A right to be served xenophobic piss water, aka Carling, yeah, not so much. Kindly go fuck yourself, mate. So speaking of pubs, some friends of mine were at a pub the other day, having a normal time, and a random man decided to make it about him. It was lovely. And so he comes up to us and he goes, right, so you guys like feminists then? Yes, Jemima, you were there. You're part of the story. And so we all sort of turn to him and go, well, I mean, you know, do you think that men and women should be treated equally? Oh, yeah. Well, you know, then there you go. You're a feminist then. You're a feminist too. Yeah, but you can't lay bricks as well as me. Your bricklaying shit compared to mine. And then he runs away. Which, I'm not going to lie, compared to all the weird misogynist shit that happens to me, that was one of the more tame ones. Also, if that's his excuse for, like, men being better, it's basically the equivalent of, but who will open your jam jars if you don't marry a man? Basically, if I want to get into that jar of salsa hard enough, I will just stab it with a screwdriver. Works every time. You ain't got shit, mate. So, hang on, where the fuck am I? Also, bricklaying. How the fuck does he know? I'll have him know that I'm actually very, very good at bricklaying. I helped build an orphanage in my gap year. It was great. Also, I can probably eat pussy better than you, so, you know, who's really winning here, mate? And on that subject. So I feel like lesbians tend to get this rep of being, for want of a better word, vagicians. which you know we are. But I think it's mainly just because men don't seem to grasp the fact that it's really not that complicated. It's not this weird mythical thing of like, you know, I don't think we'll ever truly understand the complexities of the clitoris. It's not a fucking character in Lord of the Rings. And it's not like lesbians are some cervical Gandalf just sitting there like, you'll never know. Silly hobbits. I think men just sort of assume that they're not going to get to grips with it. They're just like, fuck it, let's not try. And to be fair, I mean, they're not going to learn unless you teach them, girls. Like, I've not hated sleeping with about 3 men. They can learn, maybe, sort of. Maybe start with don't faking your orgasms. Like, that's not what Pavlovian conditioning is built for. Don't reward incorrect behaviour. You know, I'm just saying. Because how do you expect them to learn? It's not like they're going to, afterwards, come out with, like, you know, a customer satisfaction survey and be like, so, on a scale of 1 to 5, how would you rate me rubbing your clitoris as though I was the 1990s DJ trying to get the sound effect? On a scale of, yes, that was alright, to, oh God, why? Please stop doing that. Who told you that was okay? It's not like at the end they'd be like, oh, and if you enter a referral code, well, I guess it's 3 a.m. and we're all a bit drunk, so why not? And then you can earn some, like, you know, penis reward points. Who the fuck knows? So, to all the men out here in the audience, I do hope that hello! I do hope that I haven't offended you, because it wasn't meant to be. But also, if you did get offended, really don't give a fuck. Maybe write a blog about it. Who knows?